NFL is on EA Sports as we bring you a look inside Highmark Stadium here at Orchard Park, New York. And we are underway in Buffalo. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Great.
Smith in motion right. To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
We'll have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at them as this game moves along, but they're in a zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Smith will come in motion right. Hurts sets up to throw it. This one goes out wide for Barkley. He's across midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Hey, 73, 70, crowd left Yeti.
From the gun, it's Hurts. This one complete down the field to Goddard. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Dallas Goedert, 36 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. Slot man moves right. Hurts will throw. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Off the play fake. Allen. That's caught by his tight end Dawson Knox. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Throwing deep here for Coleman. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play here for Buffalo, and even 40 yards.
Well, Josh Allen just might have the strongest arm in the NFL, and at 6'5", he can put his whole body into it too. And this, an absolutely gorgeous throw. Perfect arc, and it results in a big, big pickup.
They run for the first time with James Cook. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to one remaining.
Alert! Stop. Where's that?
Allen now looks to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
And got his man complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for two. They'll look to throw. It's complete. And he is in to make it 16-0. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline. Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
$16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Here's Allen. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd down and 3. Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. Now this is into the hands of Campbell downfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Paris Campbell, 41 yards. And the Eagles continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
That is complete downfield to Knox. And they work this well upfield across the 45. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He's able to get it to Coleman. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Look out.
To the air, Allen. And Cook has it left side. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
56, 56. 5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide. What's that?
Here's Allen to throw it. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Off 52. Half, 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 half. Hey, tight, tight, tight. What's that?
And again, it's Allen. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Gun. What's that?
Now Allen. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And it's incomplete.